This is my room. All right. There's a jacket out there. There is those curtains out there, some windows at the back, and so on. My name is Chandrakant. I have around 30 years of experience in the IT industry and in the investment banking industry. I am a graduate from IIM Calcutta. Before that, I was a graduate from IIT Kanpur. And I have been with IBA since 2001, since the first batch. So many of your alumni from the 2000 batch are also as white-haired as I am, and they're still around. My job today is to teach you, or at least give you an introduction to a learning management system, which is called Moodle. Now, Moodle is going to be your mainstay out here. All your quizzes, all your tests, etc., will be done through Moodle. You might get a lot of questions through Moodle, and you might have to submit your answers on Moodle. It is going to be the be-all and the end-all in terms of all your academic data. Now, I am not sure as to whether your IDs and the passwords have been sent to you, but if not, they will be sent by today, hopefully. I have created all your IDs and passwords, and there is possibly a test on, I think, Saturday morning. The actual schedule will come to you. But before that, as soon as you get your ID and passwords, you will need to log in and change your password. And I will be showing you 2 or 3 places where there are some tests available. You can practice on them so that you become familiar with how to use Moodle. Now, Moodle theoretically can be used on the mobile phone as a separate app, but I have not enabled that app because it is a bit bandwidth consuming. But you can always go to Chrome on your mobile phone and use it also to attempt the questions. But obviously, a good, better way is to come on the laptop. All right. Now, I think all of you are on what you call, you're all on mute, but so many people are still on waiting. Okay, and we don't have much time for questions. So if you have questions, then I'll find out an alternate way for communicating. Oh, good God, somebody wants to talk to me? Hello. All right, if nobody wants to talk to me, can you please put yourself on mute? All right. I'm trying to figure out how to put everybody on mute. I have an option here for putting everybody on mute. We should have had an option. Just hold on a second. All right. I am still admitting people for some reason, but that's fine. This is the Moodle screen. So what will happen is that this particular IP address, which I'll be also sharing with you, allows you to access Moodle online. You will have your ID and you can put in your password out here in order to log in. 2 or 3 things. Number one, if you forget your password, you can click on this particular button in order to, a mail will be sent to your registered email ID and you will be able to reset your password. Second thing is that many of you have this tendency to save your passwords on the Chrome, but please write down your password Okay, because in an emergency, if you have to access and you have forgotten your password and you are on a different Chrome, you might have a problem logging. All right. Okay. So you put in your ID, you put in your password and you log in. And this is the screen that you will get. Out here, you will see all the upcoming events. And right now, all of you will be able to see. All right. Saurav, Dhruv, many of you seem to be Lokesh. Please mute yourself. All right. This is the first screen that you will see. Very important to look at it. There are three portions of this screen. The main part is out here. The navigation is on the left-hand side. And you can see the courses that you are subscribed to. Some of you need to have a bit more of manners. When you please remove your audio when you get inside. Okay, or else immediately start muting yourself because you are late, and B, you are distracting all of us. All the courses that you are subscribed to will be seen on the left-hand side out here. On the right-hand side, you will see a timeline of various things that you're supposed to do, as well as the calendar where anything that you are supposed to do will be highlighted. On the top left-hand corner, your name is there. Messages and all will be coming here. And out here, you can see four things. Number one, your profile. Number two, your grades. Number three, the messages. And number four, some small preference changes that you can do. If you click on profile, you will find this, and you can actually edit your profile. Number one, you can see all the courses that you are subscribed to. Number two, it can tell you when did you access last, etc., etc. Alok Raj. All right. I need you people to go to edit. I need you folks to go to edit profile and click on it. In the edit profile, you can actually see your name. You can see your email address, and it can be changed if you want to. You can see, for example, your country. You can put in your city. And this is very important. I need you to upload a photograph of yourself. I'm sure that this message has also been given to you, but your photograph has to be put, because when you attend classes, we will be able to recognize you only by your photograph. Beyond that, there is nothing very important, but please put in your mobile number if you can. Okay, and in demographics, you will see who is your mentor. All right, so this is editing your profile. As you can see on the top out here, this is called the breadcrumbs, and that allows you to navigate the menu very quickly. If you click on dashboard, you will come back to this. If you click on site home, you will look at all the site announcements, and you can see all the courses that are available in the system. As you can see, apart from the 21-23, there are two very important courses. One is called the Program Office, This is where messages from the PGP office will come. Feedback forms, etc. will be created here. Exams is probably the most important thing that you guys will go through. In exams, every exam, midterm, end term for all the trimesters will be present. There is a grammar, there is a vocabulary. You don't have access to it, but I will give you access subsequently. There are a lot of personality questionnaires. When you get into placement, all your aptitude tests and other placement tests will be there. Various mentors have their own courses and so on. All right. So let's go to, for example, exams. In exams, as you can see orientation program, trimester 1 and trimester 2, 3, which is not available because they are not started. If you click on orientation program, you see nothing out here because no exam has been set up. Otherwise, you will start seeing the exams there. If you go to, for example, a course, say basics of quantitative skills, you are going to see the following things. Number one, announcements, which is where announcements by the instructor will be there. This is the attendance module, and I will be using the attendance module to take your attendance. We will also be using QR codes and stuff to make our attendance much faster, and you will be able to see what is your attendance in the course at any particular point of time. Bear in mind that attendance is a very, very important part of IBA, and I am sure that your joining letter must have clearly indicated how important attendance is. Furthermore, we have topics and subtopics, and as you can see, there is a book out here which says, why do we learn statistics? If you click on it, you will see that this has become a book out here with a lot of chapters, and it tells you a lot of details about what is statistics. Now, as soon as you enter that particular course, you can see the breadcrumbs increasing, and you can see details and sub-details of that. Here you can see the details of the book, and here you can see the navigation inside that particular course. All right. Now going back again. So this is where all the data is being kept in terms of whatever study material is there. This is the most important thing. This is called a quiz or a test. All tests in Moodle are called quiz. So in this case, I have put in a sample test which all of you can access, and this is open for all the time so that you can practice it again and again. As you can see, there are comments out here, and there are some very important parts of these comments. Number one, you can try this 3 times. So if you don't get a good mark, you can try it again. This is not going to happen in general with all your tests. This is only because you can try it again and again, especially for practicing. Now, the second thing it says is that the questions are sequential. What it means is that once you have given the answer to a question, you cannot go back. This is very important because we don't want you to go back and forth checking out on which question you can answer and which question you cannot answer. That is not life. An interview process, the interviewer is not going to give you a list and say you choose your question. He is going to go sequential. So therefore, we also insist that you go sequentially and you answer all questions. The number of questions are generally given and the time duration is given. Are we clear on that? All right, so let me go to this test. When you go to that particular test, you will again get the same instructions out here. You will also get how many attempts, what is the time, when it does start, when does it end, how is it graded, etc., etc. All right. As you can see out here, I have done it once. Okay, and I have got 0 out of 50. All right. Now that is my highest grade. So I am going to reattempt this particular test. When I attempt this test now, you can see all the 15 questions are shown out here. All right. And this is question number 1. The marks are given out here, etc. Okay. And this is the question, and this is the objective type answers. So suppose I select one of them. If I don't like it, I can probably clear my choice. I can select it again, and then I can say next question. As soon as I do next question, you can see question number has now been darkened and you cannot go back to it if you select. So here's the next question. I can select this and I can go to the next question. So similarly, I can do now. In this case, for example, you have to give an answer. So there are values which are given and you're supposed to calculate the range and you're supposed to give the answer. So if you look at it, the maximum here is 18 and the minimum here is 3. So the range is possibly 15. I give this and I go to the next question. Okay, which of them is bimodal? Next question. So as that way, you can keep carrying on and on until you come to the last question. And I'm just going to do that so that randomly I'm not actually selecting the right questions. Okay. I'm not selecting the right answers. So in your case also, the first time you do it randomly so that you can get a feel of it. And the second time onwards, do it properly, because this sample test is also an indication of the type of questions that will be part of my course on quant. So if you do these questions a bit seriously, you will have a sense that, okay, this is what is going to be taught in the questions. All right, I'm moving forward here and I'm probably at question number 14. And here is the last question. Right. So I can see that I have done this and I can submit all to finish. Now I have submitted it and this is my second. Now if I go to here grades, I can see what grades I am supposed to have got, and very frankly, I have got nothing. All right. If I go to basics of quant skills, I can see here I have got 6 out of a possible 15. So this is the way that you go and you check all the grades. The second course that is there that I'm taking is called mind mapping, and you will learn a bit more about it. Again, there are announcements, there is attendance, there is a book called Mind Map, and there is a PDF which you are supposed to read. I also want to point out that this thing means that it is a sort of a survey. And I want you people to actually click on it and fill this particular survey, because this survey I shall be using in order to calculate things which we will use in our statistics. Now, as you can see, okay, you can put in your date of birth, you can put in your educational background, you can put in your phone number, city, state, and very importantly, I need your height and I need your weight. Okay, please put your height in inches, not in feet, not in centimeters. You can say that you can see that there is a range given here. I hope that you are not taller than 7 feet, and I hope you are not smaller than 3 feet. Similarly, from a weight point of view, I hope you are not underweight, and I hope you are not equal to my weight. Are we clear on that? And then you fill it up and you submit these answers. All right. So I have shown you very frankly, and this was a very quick one, how to log in, how to change your profile, all right, how to navigate at various points, and always come back to the dashboard whenever you are confused, and that will actually set up everything for you directly, and you can go to the test. You can click here directly and you can go to the survey. You can see the list of the courses out here. And that practically finishes what we have to talk about in Moodle. All right, how much time do I have left? Excellent. Now, any questions at this point of time? Please raise a hand and I will probably do something. All right, great. Now, the second part of it, okay, I see that Mr. 98 or Miss 98 is raising a hand. Now, I would like to again re-emphasize that many of you have not put in your roll numbers, and Miss 98 has actually put a roll number but has not put a name. All right. Do you want to speak something, 98? Hello. You have to unmute, beta. All right. How may I get the student link and where can I get it? I am getting the questions on chat. In fact, I feel that that is a good idea, Alok. Okay, ask the questions on chat. That will make more sense. I am going to, this is a direct message. Please don't send a direct message. Please see that you can send it to everyone so that everyone can get the benefit of this. All right. The admissions office is going to send you the link. Okay, not the student link, but the link for you. And you will have to log in using an ID and a password, which will also be sent to you. As soon as you use the password, you will be asked to change the password again. Please make sure that you change it.